What's good, family? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So we got some breaking news right now regarding your man's Deontay, Wilder. He's coming back. The date's now locked in, October 15th, and it's fixing to be a super duper smoky winter period in the UK. Wilder vs Helenius, October 15th at the Barclays Centre to headline a Fox pay-per-view. Let's do the maths here, people, yeah? We got AJ, August 20th. We got Ben versus Uwank Donny in October sometime. Wilder versus this cat here, October sometime. What else we got? I'm sure September's packed. Savannah Marshall. Wow. Clarissa Shields. The biggest women's boxing fight in the last 20 years, probably. We got Canelo versus... who's he fighting? Triple G spot. Yeah? Andy Ruiz versus Old Tees. Trust me, it's nipple tingling the next 2 months. I can't lie to you, we've been in a bit of a drought since Devin Haney fought Kambosos. There's been literally nothing going on for the last 2 months. The next 2 months though, next probably 3 months, is nip tingling. And this fits into the mix nicely. Here we go. Deontay Wilder will return to the site of several of his most memorable knockouts to start his comeback. Boxing scene has learned Wilder is likely to box Robert Helenius on October 15th at the Barclays Centre in Brooklyn in what would be the former WBC World Heavyweight Champion's first fight in more than a year. Wilder Helenius is expected to headline a Fox Sports pay-per-view show 53 weeks after Wilder suffered an 11th round knockout booty-busted loss to Tyson Fury in the thrilling third fight of their trilogy. A deal for Wilder Helenius hadn't been finalised as of Wednesday morning, but barring anything unforeseen, Wilder will end his schlong layoff on the aforementioned date versus Helenius. Now also, in fact, I can't believe I just let slip as well, or just slipped up, sorry. Guess what? Spence versus Crawford is also rumoured for October, November. Wow! This next 4 months, tingling.com, 100%. Anyway, listen. I ain't gonna lie to you, Helenius, my biggest memory of him as a UK Donny was when he went in there. Was it Helenius? Yeah, I'm sure it was. Helenius, yeah? Helenius, give it all the talk before the Dillian Whyte fight. Who's Dillian Whyte, you ask? For you man who from the channel, his name, you might know him by Bamillion Shite, but yeah, I mean, it depends where you're from. People who are from the YB channel, the man I'm talking about, Dillian Whyte, his real name is Bamillion Shite. So now we're all on the same page. Yeah, when Robert Helenius was going in to fight Bamillion Shite, guess what? He was giving it that whole patriotic Icelandic shtick. Oh, I'm from a, what they call him, I'm from the Icelandic thing, and my cousin's four, and what's that Icelandic, what's that? I'm trying to think of the different ones. Vikings, that's it. Oh, my 17th, my great granddad is a Thorian Viking warrior, and trust me, he was giving it all that. I got the tribal tattoos, I got the Viking tribal tattoos, and I've got some Viking gemstone from 10,000 BC, and he was doing way too much with it, I swear down. Doing way too much. He got in there, and his arse fell out the back, I swear to God. He actually, it's one of the key for me, historically speaking, Helenius versus Bamillion Shite is one of the key landmark back ass dropper outers cases, 100%. Yeah, if you want to see a landmark case for someone losing their ass crack, you best watch that fight. He was doing way too much of this and went in there and froze up. And the worst thing is, it was against Dillian, who we now know is not all that. Anyway, since then, he's redeemed himself. Since then, he's gone on to literally mosh-bash a man called Adam Kownacki. Yeah, Adam Kownacki was the real deal, allegedly. Another one of them. No, I kid you not, yeah. People at the time were talking about the two boogeymen was Luis Ortiz and Kownacki. Seriously, people were saying things like, "Oh, Wilder don't want nothing to do with Kownacki." I think I got to put my hands in the air and repent. I think I may have even said he don't want nothing to do with Kownacki. Wilder would knock Kownacki into last week, 100%. Seriously, yeah. I'm telling you now, UFO dons would come the way Wilder would do Kownacki. UFO cats would come down and be inquiring, what kind of technology is that? They'd be saying, "Damn, we ain't seen that one before. What one's that? We need that one where you can go back 100%. Listen, aliens can do many things. They can't go back in time." They'll be asking Wilder, "Damn, man, we need that Wilder special tech." Yeah, because he sent that Dusty Nick all the way back there. Anyway, the point is, Adam Kownacki was built up to be a proper dude. He was on a high as well. He was running high. In America's full of different cultures, yeah? Obviously, we know McGregor went to America and he had the whole Irish Boston scene gassed up. Well, Kownacki, he represented the Polish dons. The Polish, they've got their own little thing going on as well. So he was actually drumming up quite a lot of hype in New York, which is also renowned for being quite diverse, and there's all the little shticks. You've got the Italian dons, you've got the Polish dons, all them ones there. You had the mafiosos, all them kind of ones. Anyway, two dudes. Mr. Kownacki, who was representing New York, got his wig pushed back expeditiously by Helenius. Yeah, his wig come flinging off. Yeah, one of them ones. No wig left. I mean, don't believe me? Look at pictures. Look at recent pictures of Adam Kownacki. His wig is slapped. He's got a slap wig now, because guess what? Helenius pushed it back for him. Pushed his wig off. No wig left. Wigless. Yeah, 100%. I tell you that to say, Helenius, and I ain't gonna lie to you, yeah? At first glance, you think, wow, Wilder's going in there with a complete DOA. But it's not. Helenius is probably got one of the better wins in the last few years. Call a spade a spade. Luis Ortiz, his recent win is over Charles Martin. That's not better than Kownacki. Who really has a better win? AJ's got a loss. Fury, yeah, beat Dillian. So Fury's got the best win right now. But of them mid-tier guys, Helenius really is one of the best ones. Otto Wallin, what's he been doing? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we have to respect that for what it's worth. Of the mid-level guys, Helenius has the best win, bottom line. And it was decisive as well. He literally punched Kownacki's Barnett in for him. He had to go to the hospital. And you got to remember, Kownacki is a Polish cat. He hard. Yeah? And hard or not, Polish or not, his Barnett got pushed right in. Helenius punched the Barnett off of Kownacki. And Wilder is going in there with Helenius. So I like the fight, I ain't gonna lie to you. Could it be better? People have said, "Oh, YB, Wilder should fight Chisora." Listen. I mean, I get it. To some extent, I get it. I just don't like the optics of it. I think Wilder, to be fair, Wilder will knock out Helenius the same way he'd knock out Chisora, to be honest. The difference is, I just get the feeling that Helenius is a bit fresher. I think he's a bit younger, and he's a bit fresher. Chisora worries me because of his style. Helenius is a little bit more tricky. He's not Tyson Fury 2015, but he's more boxy. Chisora's whole shtick is sleeky defense and just walking forward and getting chinned. That's what, you know what I mean? No good. Not against Wilder. I don't like it. So then again, some people have said, but YB, you know, Wilder can't fight on the inside, which he can't. So what happens when Chisora gets on top of him and starts moshing away? My whole thing will be, listen people, as bad as Wilder is on the inside, Chisora was able to mosh away on 50-year-old Pulev all night, and Pulev didn't look hurt at any point in time. So it's kind of like, fair enough, if Chisora, had knocked out Pulev or dropped him a few times, I'd get it. I'd say, yeah, you can see, we can extrapolate, look, he put down Pulev, there's a chance he can moshabash Wilder. But listen, if you can't moshabash Pulev, you ain't moshabashing Wilder. You're just not. He's too much of a... I mean, if anyone... Listen, we've seen Pulev turn his back before. Yeah? Wilder ain't going to go out sad like that. So if you can't break Pulev at 50-year-old, you ain't going to break Wilder at 36. You're just not. And Wilder's leagues above Pulev anyway. And Wilder shut down the whole Chisora thing, so it is what it is. But I think, to be honest, there is an argument. Why didn't Wilder look into Dillian Whyte? I guess they'll be saying, well, we want a warm-up fight. We don't want to rush things and go straight into Dillian Whyte. Possibly. The good news is that this implies that Wilder's not just looking for a cash-out fight. This implies he actually wants to come, not just collect coin. And that's why I do respect it, to be fair. People like AJ, they don't think about longevity. AJ thinks about, who's got the biggest bag? That's what I said. After the first Ruiz loss, really, AJ should have gone away and built his foundations properly. Built them knockout style foundations properly. Instead, he rush, and he's where he is. So I do respect Wilder for taking some time and trying to build a genuine run. This whole jumping straight back into World Championship level is still well and good if you're ready for it, which AJ isn't, in my opinion. If you're not ready there's nothing wrong, with needing a fight or two before getting to World Championship level. The problem is, there's so many belts these days. It's so easy to be a champion, that's why people do it. There's so many belts, well, why not? Just jump straight in, but you may bomb dollar. If there was one belt, naturally, people would have to take more fights, because when there's one belt, you can't have a World Championship shot every other week, which is a good thing. The championship spot, we forget this in boxing, but the championship spot is like the Super Bowl. The championship spot should be like the Super Bowl, extremely rare and really happens once or twice a year. It's only in boxing where you have World Championship fights every other week. It's supposed to be super rare. You shouldn't have random ass bum dudes fighting for a championship every time. And that's why, should Wilder be fighting for a championship now? No. It also helps build hype, because guess what? The hype here is much lower. Wilder's coming off 2 pretty decisive losses. Compared to 2015, when Wilder's energy bar was full, there's no real... Everyone thinks Wilder's washed, don't they? Let's be real now. Everyone's assuming Wilder's washed. Well, guess what? If he goes in there and knocks Helenius spark out, he's then back on the bandwagon, isn't he? He's still got it. All them questions, intrigue is revived. Right now, people think he's shot to bits. This is how sport's supposed to go. You lose and you bounce back slowly, getting that hype chalked up again. You don't go from losing here, losing there, losing here, losing there. Do you know what I mean? That's not a good look. That's how you ruin a brand. You come back when you're ready. It's a bit like Usyk for me, If AJ loses again, all you've proven there is that Usyk is your daddy. In my opinion, it would be much better for AJ to lose to Usyk and then go away, hone his skills, and get back to the vicious style he knows he'll need to. Demonstrate he can implement that vicious style against lower opposition. Then he knows that confidence, that real confidence is back. You know what? I can do it. I can go in there and mosh a bash. Ready for the actual big fight. Well, right now, AJ doesn't know anything. All he knows is that he went in there with a man half his size and his ass flapped. He don't know anything. He don't know he can go in there with someone like, I don't know, Luis Ortiz and knock his block off. Or who else is there? Better example. You know, any of them mid guys. Even Dillian Whyte. Let's say AJ had a rematch with Dillian Whyte now instead of Usyk and knocked his block off. You know what, man? Boom. We just smoked Dillian Whyte. Now we're ready for Usyk. Usyk ain't going nowhere. You're the money man. He always going to fight you. But Eddie Hearn and AJ, low IQ, they rush things. And if Usyk wins again, it's over. His whole legacy, or his whole potential legacy, is cooked. He will always be known as the man who got topped by a dude half your size. It's over for you. Anyway, salute to Wilder. I hope he is red hot still. But that's the great thing about these kind of fights. Listen, if you're not red hot, if you get washed by Helenius, there's nothing wrong with that. If you go out, listen, if you end up going out super duper sad, you go out super duper sad. There's no harm in that. Yeah, if Helenius is good enough to beat you up, he's good enough to beat you up, and that will show that it's over for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. Too often today, people like Team AJ just want to milk. They don't even want to know it's over. Do you understand? That's why I believe Eddie Hearn won't drop AJ down the levels. Because they want to keep squeezing the juice out. They don't want to have that wake-up call that, you know what, you just don't have it no more. And whilst AJ keeps losing to Fury and to Usyk, they can keep saying, oh, he's losing to the best. That's why I believe AJ didn't go back down and build himself properly. He knows he ain't got it. He just trying to squeeze out the juices now.